What's good, you guys? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left this mother. Yes, Sirski. All right, so you guys, man. Oh wow, I just got some shocking news. My daughter is in the hospital. It's great news though. She's pregnant, but she's having her baby now. She's 1 centimeter, and she got to get to 10. So between now and any time now, I'll be out of here going to welcome my granddaughter into the world. I'm so excited. I am truly excited. Oh man. So y'all just keep us in y'all prayers, man, and wish us well and wish her well. All right. So, but right now, man, we got Katt Williams showing proof of Jay-Z and Diddy role in Epstein Island, bro. This is crazy. Let's get to it. Spicy.
I'm gonna tell you like I told Puffy, I don't let men take me out, sir. I'm good.
With all the allegations going on around P. Diddy, alleged controversy has resurfaced that Diddy and Jay-Z have been closely connected to Epstein Island. Katt Williams, a renowned American comedian and actor, has spilled all the beans, exposing Jay-Z and Diddy's role in the Epstein Island. The claims made by Katt Williams do look valid, as Diddy's reputation has become similar to Jeffrey Epstein in the entertainment industry. Many people say that he is the black version of Jeffrey Epstein. Given their extensive history of Jay-Z and Diddy being associated with scandals and controversies, it's not unreasonable to speculate that there might be some kind of connection between them and Epstein.
Sean P. Diddy Combs may very well be the black version of Jeffrey Epstein.
So what exactly did Katt Williams prove about Jay-Z and Diddy?
What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah. Jermaine Dupri.
In case you might be wondering, who is Jeffrey Epstein? Let us break it down for you. Jeffrey was regarded as one of the billionaires in the world. According to Vox, Epstein targeted people with assets over $1 billion for his services and ran his business from the U.S. Even though Epstein seemed rich, living in a big house and donating a lot of money to different causes, it's not clear where his money came from. Many people say he's a billionaire, but Forbes disagrees, suggesting he was probably worth much less than that. The main factor why he has been a part of the most controversial topics is the fact that on July 8, 2019, the federal prosecutors accused Jeffrey Epstein, a wealthy man, of ST and S assault on minor girls. Little St. James is a small private island in the United States Virgin Islands, situated southeast of Great St. James. Both islands are located off the southern coast of the larger St. Thomas Island and fall under the sub-district East End St. Thomas. It's claimed that he kept these innocents on the island, which is named after his name, Epstein Island, from 1998 until his death in 2019. The 70 to 78-acre island was owned by Jeffrey Epstein, an American convicted child S offender. During Epstein's ownership, the island gained various local nicknames, including Epstein Island, Island of Sin, and P Island. Former employees reported that Victoria's Secret models were among the guests seen on Jeffrey Epstein's Little St. James Island. Billionaire Liz Wexner was noted to have visited the island at least once. Prince Andrew, Duke of York, reportedly paid at least one visit aboard Epstein's private jet to the island, with former staff suggesting multiple visits. According to attorneys representing alleged victims of Jeffrey Epstein, Little St. James is said to be the location where many crimes against minors were committed by Epstein and his associates who traveled there with him. Court documents claim that when she was 17 years old, Virginia Roberts was allegedly forced by Epstein to engage in S activities with Prince Andrew on multiple occasions, including as part of an orgy on Little St. James. Buckingham Palace has denied these allegations. A lawyer for Epstein has dismissed the claims of orgies by Roberts as old and discredited. There are reports that former U.S. President Bill Clinton used Epstein's private jet to travel to Little St. James on several occasions between 2002 and 2005. Virginia Roberts, later known as Virginia Giuffre, claimed in a lawsuit that she was part of an ST ring run by Epstein, and while traveling with him, she saw Clinton on the island. However, a Freedom of Information Act request for United States Secret Service records did not produce evidence of Clinton's visits to the island. Epstein's flight logs also did not indicate that Clinton flew near the U.S. Virgin Islands. In July 2019, a spokesperson for Clinton issued a statement denying that Clinton ever visited the island. Many people believe that they were allegedly involved in the younger ones. After many accusations regarding S assault and S offending, Epstein claimed he didn't do it and was put in jail without getting out. He stayed in jail until August 10th when news came out that he died by committing S. His death has also been a part of many discussions by many people alleging that someone might have murdered him due to the injuries on his neck. Many questions are still there about Epstein's life, ST of minors, and money. Some of these questions came up in the case against Ghislaine Maxwell, who was friends with Epstein for a long time. She was arrested in July 2020 and was later found guilty of 5 out of 6 charges. In June 2022, she was given a 20-year prison sentence. During the spring, the Journal uncovered several new names by gaining access to a previously undisclosed collection of documents. This trove included thousands of emails and Epstein's private schedules spanning from 2013 to 2017. Concurrently, the New York Times acquired Epstein's scheduling documents through a public records request to the U.S. Virgin Islands Attorney General. It's important to note that these documents cover the period after Epstein's 2008 guilty plea to soliciting and procuring a minor for P in Florida. Additionally, some of the timeframes extend beyond 2015 when Epstein was publicly accused of ST by victim Virginia Giuffre. Recently, a new revelation has come to light. A document is set to be released consisting of 170 people connected to Jeffrey Epstein. It includes former employees and victims who are about to face an uncomfortable situation as their names are set to be revealed in court documents. Some of these individuals have been accused of participating in Epstein's exploitation and abuse of underage girls.
I think when you get rich, you get bored. Like when you get rich, you can buy anything you want. You can have any human being you want.
The judge has set a release date of January 1st to allow those listed in the court filing sufficient time to appeal the decision. While it remains unclear whose names are on the list, Judge Preska mentioned that many of them have already been mentioned in the media. These documents, previously sealed, are now going to be made public in the next few weeks. The decision comes from Manhattan federal judge Loretta Preska, who ordered the release of these documents from a defamation lawsuit filed in 2015 by Virginia Roberts Giuffre against Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's associate. The schedules obtained include specific information about various meetings that Epstein had planned and the individuals involved. Notably, many of these meetings were held at Epstein's Upper East Side townhouse, which is among the locations where he is alleged to have SA women and girls. The document is set to refer to several individuals as public figures, including one person whose name was listed in Epstein's well-known Little Black Book. The ruling also highlights instances where former Epstein employees and victims have spoken out, such as Kathy and Miles Alexander, who managed Epstein's private island Little St. James from 1999 to 2007. Haley Robson, identified as one of Epstein's alleged recruiters, can also be recognized as a doe based on a 2020 interview where she discussed her involvement with Epstein when she was a teenager. The ruling also mentions Tiala Davies, a victim of Epstein, who claimed she was repeatedly A as a teenager at Epstein's residences in New York, Florida, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Paris. Many people believe that Jay-Z and P. Diddy are also going to be part of the list due to their recent history with Jeffrey Epstein. A tweet has surfaced on X showing a picture of a 14-year-old girl with Bill Clinton, who used to visit Epstein Island. It is claimed that the girl was also photographed with P. Diddy when she was a minor. The tweet says, "Did you know Rachel Chandler, one of Jeffrey Epstein's victims, was photographed with P. Diddy at the age of 14? She was also photographed with Bill Clinton, so there is an image of this girl with a photograph with P. Diddy." The situation around this is getting crazier day by day. There's been evidence around for years, but it's only coming out now. Why? Because Cassie spoke up. No one thought to come forward and talk to the authorities earlier to protect themselves. The former bodyguard of P. Diddy, who's speaking out, claims it's because he has kids, but the real reason seems to be that his name is in some paperwork. This is why all the bodyguards are talking now. Gene dealt with it years ago, but the others only started speaking up after they stopped working and the money dried up. They're doing it because of some 35 to 60-page paperwork that mentions the bodyguards. Whenever these girls were with Puffy, the bodyguards were there too, so they knew what was happening but didn't say anything until now. Now, many people have also spoken up about how parents should be held accountable too, because it's not right for their 14-year-old kids to be hanging out with older people.
Thanks.
If the child isn't into singing or acting, there's no reason for them to be around those folks. This leads to a suspicion where the youngsters are bought by these so-called big celebrities against their will to be taken advantage of. It's not a legal business deal, so why are they together? We also need to question why the parents are not brought into these situations. People focus on shows like Surviving Puffy and Surviving R. Kelly, but people should listen to the parents' side of the story too.
In Hollywood, just do the drugs right in front of you and act like ain't happening. happen.
Katt Williams has also exposed the truth about Hollywood and the big stars, alleging them as gay. He also mentioned them having big mansion parties and having their kind of fun. A few years back, Katt also made remarks about Diddy and Jermaine Dupri, implying that they were involved in some harmful actions towards the members of the rap duo Criss Cross. According to Katt, these alleged actions had a detrimental impact on one of the boys, leading him down a destructive path where he turned to drugs as a way to cope. Sadly, this reportedly resulted in a tragic drug overdose.
To be gay in Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little room.
People who have worked with Diddy have been exposed to G young boys for his benefit. Many controversies surrounding Diddy also allege that he is gay. One name that has been on his G list is Usher. However, Katt Williams has called out Diddy, alleging that in his autobiography, Diddy openly talks about his experiences, including who he was intimate with and the choices he made. He didn't hide the challenging or private aspects of his life, things most people wouldn't share. He even went beyond typical boundaries, marrying 7 white women.
His autobiography, sir. In his autobiography, he tells you who he slept with, what he did. That's what made him the GOAT, is because he did not hide the things that were bad in his life.
Diddy has also been accused of assault by his ex-girlfriend Cassie, and she has made serious allegations against him in the lawsuit, which does not make it hard to believe for many people how far he can go. According to reports, Diddy is not just accused of G young artists. There are allegations that he has gone even further and done some terrible things to silence and control them. It turns out that these claims have been circulating for years, with some individuals like Cassie trying to expose Diddy's questionable business practices. However, not many people paid attention back then because the extent of Diddy's actions wasn't widely known. While there were occasional comments about Diddy taking credit for his artists' work without properly compensating them, it wasn't until Cassie's lawsuit that the darker side of Diddy allegedly came to light, making the situation look very grim for him. Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy in federal court, claiming that the prominent hip-hop figure R her and subjected her to a pattern of A lasting for a decade, starting when she was 19. The R&B singer, formerly signed to Diddy's label, Bad Boy Records, has brought forward allegations including SA, ST, and gender-motivated violence, among other legal claims. Diddy is accused of using intimidation tactics to control Cassie, which allegedly included damaging a person's car, threatening a friend by dangling them over a 17th-floor balcony, and requesting her to carry his gun in her purse. Because of fear that involving the police might lead to further harm, Cassie chose not to report these incidents. However, Diddy has denied these allegations. However, when Cassie did approach the police and file a lawsuit, the case was settled in just a day for $30 million. It is said that Diddy paid $100 million to settle the lawsuit and avoid legal trouble. This shows to what extent Diddy can go to protect himself from going to jail, as well as silencing the victims. However, that's not all. It wasn't just Cassie who was assaulted when she was young. There were other girls too. A 17-year-old college girl also stepped forward to file a lawsuit against Diddy, alleging that he gang R her. However, Diddy denied the allegations, claiming that he was the target of such allegations to acquire money. However, with the claims made by Cassie and other allegations made against him, many people now see him as a S offender. According to reports, a model's name appeared in Epstein's schedules after 2008. There is also mention that one of Epstein's accusers accompanied him to an event involving Naomi Campbell in Paris. This information adds to the complexity of the situation and raises questions about the extent of connections between individuals like Naomi Campbell and Jeffrey Epstein after his 2008 guilty plea. According to the Ukrainian model, she attended a fashion event for Naomi Campbell in Paris in 2010, where Jeffrey Epstein noticed her. Afterward, Epstein allegedly sent a Russian woman to approach her. This woman reportedly portrayed Epstein as a wealthy philanthropist, emphasizing his friendship with Naomi Campbell and suggesting that he could assist the Ukrainian model in advancing her modeling career. The Ukrainian model described the Russian woman sent by Epstein as appearing very upper class and mentioned seeing her in the VIP crowd alongside celebrities. According to a spokeswoman for the model, Naomi Campbell was unaware that Epstein was allegedly using her name to attract young girls interested in modeling. The spokeswoman further stated that Epstein, as he did with many others, exaggerated his acquaintanceship with Campbell. The spokeswoman conveyed that Campbell deeply regrets any contact she had with Epstein after his conviction. She deeply regrets having had any contact with Epstein after his conviction. Now, because of this incident, there are widespread implications involving many individuals, and some claims suggest that Diddy and Naomi Campbell may be implicated. Naomi Campbell asserted that she was unaware of Epstein's alleged misconduct. There are suggestions that Diddy, who has strong ties with her, may have been closer to Epstein through his connection with Ron Burkle. The claim is that Diddy was attracted to the influence and power associated with Epstein, especially during a time when Epstein was seen as a prominent figure. People are speculating that Diddy could be listed as a visitor to Epstein's Manhattan mansion when the full list is revealed. It's noteworthy that Ron Burkle, who is described as Diddy's fairy godfather and has connections with Bill Clinton, was reportedly involved with both Diddy and Epstein in humanitarian trips to Africa. Epstein was closely linked to Les Wexner, the CEO and founder of L Brands, the company that owns Victoria's Secret and Bath & Body Works. When Epstein was recently arrested on federal charges, Wexner admitted that Epstein used to manage his money and had a role in the Wexner Foundation, a charitable organization. Wexner claimed to have cut ties with Epstein 12 years ago and insisted he was unaware of Epstein's criminal activities. Wexner wrote in a letter to L Brands stating, "I would never have guessed that a person I employed more than a decade ago could have caused such pain to so many people," Wexner wrote in a letter to L Brands employees. "My heart goes out to each and every person who has been hurt." Their connections were extensive, with Wexner granting Epstein significant control over his finances, charitable endeavors, and personal matters, according to the New York Times. Epstein went so far as to attempt involvement in the recruitment of models for Victoria's Secret's renowned catalog, causing concern among company executives. Despite being alerted about the situation, Wexner assured executives he would address the matter, but Epstein's efforts in model recruitment persisted. Now, if you're wondering, where Diddy lies in all this, hold on to your seats. The reason people question Diddy's connection is because he's behaving similarly. He signed young artists to Bad Boy Records and allegedly exploited them. Diddy also used to be close with Donald Trump, as Trump boasted on The Apprentice. However, Diddy distanced himself when Trump associated with a real billionaire. According to Diddy, Trump exaggerated his wealth, but when he found a genuine billionaire in Ron Burkle, Diddy changed his stance. It's not only Diddy who is under scrutiny for his actions, it's Jay-Z as well. Jay-Z has also faced scrutiny due to his association with Harvey Weinstein, who has been accused of SA. This connection has raised questions and concerns about Jay-Z's associations and involvement in situations involving individuals accused of serious wrongdoing. Jay-Z was also listed in the defendant list in the Epstein-Ghislaine-Maxwell trial in November 2021. A tweet and some Facebook posts showed a picture of a legal document from a court case. In that document, Jay-Z, along with the Weinstein Company, the Walt Disney Company, and many others, are listed as defendants. In August 2020, a lawsuit was filed claiming that Jay-Z and others were part of a criminal enterprise. The lawsuit alleges that these defendants were involved in human T, SA, and various abuses. The accusations include financial exploitation, economic exploitation, drugging for abduction, and hostage-taking. The main plaintiff claimed that over 3 decades, the defendants conspired to unlawfully surveil, drug, and abduct them for SA, ST, and other exploitative abuse. The lawsuit also alleged a conspiracy to transact a purchase agreement to buy the plaintiff from their mother. Furthermore, it claimed that the defendants exploited the plaintiff's economic prowess and unique abilities in stock picking, predicting business trends, and creating lucrative trade secrets. The lawsuit was dismissed by a judge in September 2020 because the claims were considered irrational and there was no legal basis to support them. Although multiple individuals were listed as plaintiffs, only Charlene Latham signed the complaint or requested to proceed without prepayment of fees. Latham had previously filed a similar lawsuit in March 2020 in another federal court, targeting Epstein's estate and President Donald Trump. This lawsuit sought over $50 million in damages, including the proceeds from the sale of Epstein's Palm Beach property. However, the judge in that case also dismissed the lawsuit, stating that the plaintiff failed to present a valid claim for relief. Many people believe that billionaires like Epstein's connections with Jay-Z were able to avoid the lawsuit due to his power, fame, and money, while the victims were unable to provide the substantial proof required because they might have become scared of the power and hold Epstein had over the law. Many people have taken the social media making claim, although unverified but not illogical to be understood. This is one of the reasons why many people are raising eyebrows of speculation about this. Now, with the new list coming out very soon, it's just a matter of time for other people like Diddy, Jay-Z, among many others, to face the actions of their consequences. A user said, "Yes, I agree that the connections are starting to appear in who Diddy has put Diddy in the position to feel like he was above the law. Diddy has been damaging people for a long time. I hope he gets everything he deserves. No passes for people who commit crimes against humanity. Diddy and everyone he is connected with will be held accountable." Another user said, "I question why these documents are being unsealed now. He's been dead for years now. I feel like something bad has happened and we are being distracted from it." That's it for today's video.
Wow, bro. Diddy is like the modern day Epstein, bro. Dang, money and power is crazy. But at the same token, I say the same thing. Like, where was the parents? When these kids was going to Diddy's flavor camp and Epstein Island and all these things, and where were the parents, bro? I think the parents should be held accountable. How would you let your 14-year-old or 15-year-old kid go to an island with these older guys and rich people? Like, you should know what take place there, bro. It's a private island. That's crazy. So yes, I think the parents should be held accountable. And Diddy and his people, everything is coming out. Everything is coming out, bro. Diddy and his people, is gonna be more stuff that's come out. Man, like, this is crazy. This is spicy. The little 14-year-old girl that took the picture with Diddy and took a picture with, the same girl took a picture with Bill Clinton. Bro, this shit getting spicy in the mother. I swear.